What's going on, Taurus? My name is Vince. Welcome to 7D Tarot. If you would like to schedule your own personal reading with me, all the information you need is in the description box below. Check out my wife's channel over at Empath Tarot. And if this message resonates, like, share, and subscribe. All right, let's dive right into reading. See what we got going on. The Eight of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords. Wow. So right now, Spirit is telling you there's an opportunity coming your way that's going to help improve your financial life. But understand that in order for you to capitalize on the situation, you have to be decisive. And you cannot kind of let the past shadows prevent us to procrastinate, to hesitate, to kind of have stagnant energy, because that we'll miss the boat. You don't want to be waiting for the perfect timing. So something is about to happen, right? With that Knight of Pentacles energy. Expect this opportunity to come in soon, but Spirit is giving you the heads up with that Two of Pentacles. You have to be decisive. You have to really jump in with both feet. You have to kind of be in a position where you are not kind of waiting, wanting, hoping, but instead commanding the outcome, right? And that's what it really comes down to. So I see right now someone entering your life, someone trying to network with you, a third party, and I also see them maybe telling you, hey, this is where, a company just, I opened up a company, maybe come for an interview, or, they're going to see something within you where they're going to want to help you out. Now, right now, you got to be decisive. That's the energy. You have to be so on point that on your worst day, it's someone's best day. And this is doable, right? This doesn't mean that you have to kind of just, be tense all the time. All this means is you got to feel good. I'll give you an example. When I met my wife, Alicia, it was, I don't know, like 14 years ago. And we were at we both got invited to a birthday party. It was 4 hours away, right? And I didn't know her and I had to drive there solo. It was at a cabin. It was Friday night. It was raining. I was exhausted. I did not want to go at all. On top of that, I just got out of a 5-year relationship. I told myself I wanted to be single. I told myself for the next 10 years, I don't want to date. So like my mind state was, I don't want to meet no one. I don't want to go here. I don't want to do nothing. But my angels and guides kept pushing me. So divine timing was at play. I did not have control of the outcome, right? When I got there, when she opened the door, I felt her vibration. Again, I always say vibrations at first sight, not love at first sight. I felt like a gravitational pull. It was crazy. When I felt her, I immediately knew she was the one. It was just like, when they say your life flashes before your eyes, well, everything slowed down. And it was almost as if like two different dog breeds that were the same breed sniffed each other's butt. And they were like, oh my goodness, we're the same. It felt like we're both from another planet and we just met up for the first time. So even though I felt like I was exhausted, I was beat up, I just drove there in the rain for 4 hours. Because I realized who she was, I immediately turned it on myself. Hey, how are you? Oh my goodness. I made that first impression. Had I not done that, I would have missed the best opportunity of my life, right? Here we are today. So we have to be so on point that on our worst day, it is our best day, because you are not going to be able to pick and choose when you meet this person that's going to help you. When you are in the lineup at the grocery store and this person taps you on the shoulder and goes, hey, I bought the same thing as you. Is it good? And you strike a conversation. When you are going to be, at a coffee shop and this person says, stands next to you and says, hey, you know what? How's your day going? And strikes a conversation with you. And then all of a sudden now you are having a conversation and they're like, you know what? I like you. Remind me of someone. Come over to my company. I just started one. Let's see if we can do something for you. These things happen all the time. I cannot tell you how many times I've had people strike conversations with me out of the blue because I was in the receiving mode. I was feeling good, right? Where people felt like they could approach me and they talk to me randomly out of the blue. Doesn't matter what you look like, none of that. What it matters is how you feel. Very, very important. Now, you're also getting a major warning sign right now that we have to make a change in our life, and there's something deep down inside, a shadow, a limiting belief, some sort of energy blockage that is creating some sort of stagnation and procrastination and fear. And you don't want to be able to let this take over, right? You don't want fear to take over of your life. You don't want fear to dictate your vibration. Whoa, look at that, right? The fact that fell. And fear is something our ego creates for us because it's scared of change. It hates change. Your ego does not welcome change. Your ego wishes that you did nothing and you were safe. That's all it wants. And safe is good. Like for example, your ego puts fear in you and says, do not climb that tree because if you fall, you'll get hurt. Great. Thank you, ego. But when your ego says, don't start that business, don't date that person, that's where the problem lies. Because remember, your ego's job is not to see you happy. He care less. That's not your ego's job. Your ego is a certain department in your corporation, for example. The ego's corporation, the job is a certain department. For example, you're not going to ask the accounting team to go do sales. You're not going to ask the sales team to do H&R. You're not going to ask H&R to go do R&D, research and development, for example. You're not going to have all these different teams doing different stuff, right? It's not going to happen. Each department is specialized in their department. Ego cannot be the president of your company. Ego cannot be the CEO. We don't want that, right? Ego's got to just do its job, right? So right now, you got to understand the person that you want to put in charge of your company is your soul, is your angels and guides, is you, right? You know best, but you have to be able to be a good leader. You have to be able to be someone who on your worst day is your best day by commanding the energy. And commanding the energy really means just, rather than falling into a scarcity mindset of I want, I hope, I need, right? I really want to be rich. You rather say, I am going to be rich. I am going to be so rich that the gas prices don't affect me. I'm going to be so rich that the interest rate doesn't affect me. I'm going to be so rich I do not have any credit card debt. I'm going to be so rich that I have so much money that I can help all my friends and family, and I'm going to tip everyone 50% because it means nothing to me. Money means nothing. You know what I mean? That is called commanding the outcome and not really focusing on, wanting or needing. And again, the only reason you want and need, there's nothing wrong with you. This is completely normal. If you did not want and need, I would be flabbergasted, because your entire life, all of us, we've been brainwashed and conditioned and programmed to think from the moment you were born, from school to television to everything, to settle, right? Settle for the job you get, be quiet, enjoy. You're lucky to even have it. Go get some debt. Go pay your bills, right? You've been programmed to think that, right? Settle for the person you date. Who cares if they treat you poorly? Who cares if you have nothing to talk about? Doesn't matter. This is normal, but it's not productive. You know what else was normal? Doing cocaine for doctors while they did surgery. There was cocaine in Coca-Cola. You know what else was normal? Smoking in the doctor's office. What else was normal? Driving with no seatbelts. Normal, right? No, this is not normal. We know better now. We know better. Now, Ace of Cups, the devil, 7 of Swords, 8 of Wands, 7 of 8, they're another synchronicity. What are your angel guys trying to tell you right now? Right now, I see here that you strategizing and you making that shift is going to really create more of the go with the flow energy. And right now, you focusing on what is you're passionate about and not what you have to do is going to open up the door. So first and foremost, what are you passionate about? You got to ask yourself this, right? That Ace of Cups is letting me know you got to ask yourself, what do you love doing? What would you do for free? This is very, very important. That devil lets me know your ego has prevented you from ever asking that because we've been programmed and conditioned to think to settle. For example, I love dogs. I love dogs. I like walking them. I like playing with them. I like bathing them. I like bugging them. There's nothing more funny to me than me harassing my dog. It's my best friend, right? There's just so many good things. Like, it's just such a good sport. It's always down, and there's nothing better than looking at their facial expressions when I bug them and I make fun of them and they realize, oh my goodness, is Vince making fun of me? And there's a dog that, anyway, so long story short, that's funny to me, right? So I love dogs. What did I do? I created a pet supplement line called Nested Pets on Amazon.com. Every single day I wake up and there's reviews of dogs. Oh my goodness, my dog loved your treats. My goodness, my dog can walk again. Their hips work. Oh my goodness, my dog can climb the stairs, jump on the couch, right? I'm doing what I love. This is doable. There's nothing special about me. I just realized how to play this third dimensional game. And now I'm telling my sisters and brothers. Right now, the first step for you is asking yourself, what do you love? Very important. I don't care how silly it is, right? You got to ask yourself, what is it? What would you do for free? Strategize and pivot towards that. And I'll give you an example. Now is the time for you to tell yourself, okay, I've been programmed and conditioned, think I have to settle, but that's not really the case, right? For example, 10 years ago, if you told me I'm doing YouTube reads, I would have just laughed, right? But here I am. So what does that really mean? Right now, it's essential that you remember a time when you were younger, and what did you like doing? Did you like singing? Did you like, being out there? Did you like, acting for people? Did you like drawing? Did you like writing? Did you like singing? Speaking? Did you like building forts? Did you like nature? What is it, right? Between the age of 5 to 10, when there was no filters, what did you love doing? Then figure out how to monetize that. For example, you may be like, oh my goodness, I used to write the best stories ever, right? And I always wanted to be a novelist, but I told myself it's very difficult to be a novelist, so I stopped doing it, right? I settled. Okay, great, no worries. Now, you don't have to be a novelist if you don't want to. If you want to be great, but you know how we can start? Go on Upwork.com, be a freelancer, do copywriting for Amazon sellers, for advertisers, for anyone. It's super easy. You can do this. You can make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year sitting at home just copywriting if you're good at that. There's anything, whatever you love doing. You like drawing? Fantastic. Tattoo artist, graphic designer. There's things you could do. There's so many things you could do if you follow your passion, if you listen to yourself. And then you're going to notice that just by opening the doors up to this portal of what it is you love, that you're going to get more downloads. It's going to be smooth sailing. Now you're swimming downstream. Now everything is effortless rather than efforted. And watch the abundance flow to you, Taurus. All right, I hope you enjoyed reading. 1,000 kisses. Until next time, ciao.